All right, what is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Let's get live here on all the platforms here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys hanging out for the post-game show. We're good. We're live. Some media to my right. 100% they're looking at me and saying, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Lakers, another W. Luka Doncic's debut here at Crypto. Game just ended here a few minutes ago. So we kind of got a lot going on tonight. I got to be honest with you. There's a lot going on tonight. I don't know how long we'll go. Probably get close to an hour tonight or until they kick me out. But 132-113, the final score. Lakers over the Utah Jazz. We got a ton of things to get into. And then even during the game, there were some other random storylines that's going on around the Lakers as well. So we'll get into that as well. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for being a part of the show. We're going to get a chance to hear from JJ Redick. Going to get a chance to hear from Luka Doncic. Going to get a chance to hear, I'm assuming we're going to get a chance to hear from LeBron as well. We got a lot to get into, and I want to kind of walk you guys through what the last few hours have been. But, most importantly, it's another Lakers W and another blowout for the Lakers. So another really, really impressive game. And listen, Utah's not good. They're awful. They're not a good team at all. But it's not like this was a close game. It's not like this was a nail biter. No, it was, in my opinion, it was the start of a completely new chapter of Lakers basketball. And, where it goes from here, we're going to see. But Luka Doncic, whose first game as a Laker, representing the Los Angeles Lakers in a Laker jersey, pretty damn cool. The Lakers having 7 guys scoring double figures in tonight's game, pretty damn cool. Every starter for the Lakers was solid. I'll get into what all the starters did, and then a couple bench players did well as well. Lakers are now 13 games over 500. If you go look at the NBA standings right now and just kind of have an idea of where the Lakers are and where they're sitting, incredibly impressive. 4th place in the Western Conference. I mentioned 32-19. They are just a game and a half behind the Denver Nuggets for the number 3 spot in the Western Conference. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row. They've won 12 of their last 14 games. I don't really know what else you can ask for if you're a Laker fan right now, of just kind of seeing what this team is going and potentially the direction that they're going. All right, let's do this. Luka's debut. Let's start off with Luka Doncic, and then we'll talk a little bit about everybody else. Let me just kind of give everybody a quick idea. The environment in here walking in. This really is kind of the start of a new chapter of Lakers basketball. It's a pump fake there, or am I sneezing? It's a pump fake. Pump fake. Couple pump fakes, jab, go with Euro step, spin move, and finger roll. I really thought I was sneezing right there. Nothing. There might be a lot of stuff going on in the background, but let me kind of walk everybody through. I tried getting down to the arena reasonably early, just because of the situation, right? It's Luka's first game. You come out here and they got number 77 jerseys everywhere. Every seat gets a number 77 or T-shirt, number 77 T-shirt, and you're kind of waiting to see what's this going to look like. How is it going to unfold? Comes out for warm-ups. Everybody kind of goes crazy, and they're just I got it actually on my phone. I didn't post it, but he comes out for warm-ups, and you got everybody just chanting, obviously, chanting Luka's name as he comes out here. Then he actually, spends whatever 10 minutes warming up, and you got all fans coming out of nowhere to see what exactly he's going to do and whatever it looks like. Then you got the actual starting lineup, and I thought something that was interesting. Luka was introduced last in the starting lineup, not LeBron. Luka was introduced last. LeBron was second to last. I hats off, in my opinion, to LeBron. If that's LeBron saying, hey, you do you, let's get you as the superstar here. LeBron was warming up before the game, and he was rocking a Luka shirt, the shirts that they're going to be giving out. So I think LeBron, obviously fully on board to try to see what he can do playing with this 25-year-old phenom in Luka Doncic, who hasn't played in a while, by the way, so I wouldn't pay too close to attention to his stats. I listened to Billy Mack and Stu right towards the end. I tried to put them on to kind of listen to a few things there, and Stu was saying, Billy Mack asked him, what did you think of his performance? And Stu said, he ran out here and he looked healthy. And I think that's what that should be the goal for Luka right now, is just to come out, play some basketball, see how he feels. And if he feels healthy, then mission accomplished. And then after the All-Star break, then he could try to be the killer that we're expecting him to be. Here's JJ on the Lakers win and Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I thought we were able to generate really good offense throughout the night. We didn't allow their switching to slow us down. Thought our three main guys did a nice job of playing off of each other. And a lot of the night, sometimes you can have agendas in a game. I felt like this for our group was just a no agenda game beyond winning a basketball game and playing the right way. In terms of the start, I mean, I'm not thinking to myself, oh, Luka passed to Jackson. Oh, LeBron passed to Jackson. Hey, it's good offense. We're getting good offense. And certainly as you review film and you start building out your database of things within this new group, you can start to look where you can create advantages consistently.
JJ, ever since the Luka trade was announced, LeBron's been on kind of a tear, I guess you'd describe it. Clippers game, very engaged, 40 plus against Warriors tonight, all over the place. Have you seen any sorts of extra oomph to his game as of late?
LeBron and I spoke the morning we lost to Miami by 40 points. Since then, he's been incredible.
JJ, it seemed like what was some of the no-look passes that Luka was throwing guys on the weak side, they weren't ready for them. What's that adjustment period like? It obviously it's a positive thing.
Yeah, well, some of them weren't on target. Let's be clear on that. No, but Rui had one in the second half that he bobbled, and I said to him at the time, you just gotta be ready. And he's like, I know, I'm just not used to it. Rui is someone who he's reading his guy, and he's so good at that corner cut in pick and roll. But again, I think with our three guys who are going to be our primary creators, like they all did it really well. And I think our guys will get accustomed to the Luka passes for sure.
One more.
Do you guys have any ideas for Wednesday in terms of LeBron and Luka's availability?
Obviously can't commit to anything, but the plan would be for them to be available.
There was, I think, I know how much you love narrative-based questions, but there was a notion after the Luka trade that
if it's coming from something on Twitter, I'm not going to answer.
No, not at all. This is coming from
real people,
from your general manager among them, which was this was about the next 10
not
years
Jason
or so.
Smith 168498.
Hold on, I'll look it up for you.
Just want to make sure. Because I'm not going to respond to Jason.
I understand. That Robin said something about looking to the long-term future, and that was one of the compelling reasons to do this trade at this moment. But Dave mentioned kind of LeBron's engagement level, and the two of them and the things that they can do to a defense together. It feels like you guys are probably just scratching the surface on that. But did you see that in moments tonight? Kind of the way that
final one here.
Get
his answer, and we'll keep it moving.
These all-time greats can put on a defense.
Yeah, we ran horns one time with the three of those guys in the horns, and Rui got a wide open three. And it was, again, you're going to have to make some tough decisions. And certainly there are certain defenses and defenders that will force us to be really crisp and sharp with our execution. But you feel comfortable with those three guys as creators.
All right, stop right there. JJ Redick talking about, obviously, first time Luka Doncic as a Los Angeles Laker. And I want to throw something over here. Somebody said, Slee, where's your shirt? Got my shirt right here. All right. There. Little Doncic action right there. Okay, so we got that right here. I want to kind of give somebody, or I want to give everybody I tried talking about this a little bit earlier this morning. And I tried giving, this is just kind of the mentality of JJ Redick, because as much as great as the Lakers are doing right now, and as well as they're playing and everything else that the Lakers have done, I want to kind of just make sure that I'm giving this man the proper praise. So this morning I talked about JJ should be a Coach of the Year candidate. This before the game started, we get a chance to ask JJ Redick a question during the presser. I asked Redick kind of if he's had a chance to think about what the last 30 days have been. So many different players used, yet the Lakers are having a lot of success. Like, there's been no excuses. That does he reflect on that stuff? And he says, you can't. He's like, the moment that you start thinking things are going good, it's going to churn. The moment that you get complacent, the moment that you think, oh my gosh, you're almost believing what all the hype that other people are giving you, is when things will start to churn. I think that for me, that took me a little bit behind the scenes of how JJ Redick thinks. He said something like, when October starts, I don't really think about how I'm doing. I'm trying to, make adjustments, this, that. But he said from the start October comes, I think this is what he was talking about, was more referencing of how he used to think when he was a player as well. You don't really stop and try to appreciate what's happening until the season's over. That's kind of, I think, the reference I was saying. Here's why I'm mentioning this. JJ Redick, tonight's game was not about, I like what he said. This wasn't like, hey, Luka made a good pass to Jackson Hayes. It's like, wow, did you see that pass? He's like, no, that's the right pass. I think he kind of, like, all the extra that comes with being a Lakers head coach, I don't feel like he really cares that much about it. He's just trying to get W's. Just trying to win. Just trying to improve the team. Just trying to improve the roster. Just trying to see if there's a way for them to go from avoiding the play-in tournament. And in one sense, it's like, okay, avoiding the play-in tournament. Now it's like, all right, can you be top 5? Okay, hey, right in the thick of it. 3, 4, and 5 are separated by so close. Can you be a top 3 seed? JJ's got kind of a little bit of a different mentality when it comes to that. But I did want to point that out, because all I could think about with JJ is this man just cares about winning. That's all he cares about. All right, I do want to look at some of the comments here and take a look here. Do I give this away? Do I give this away? I got to figure out how to give it away. All right, I'll 100% give it away for anyone on the channel. 100% I'll give it away. Let me figure out how. Let me kind of just hold this thing around, and in the next week or so, I'll give it away. So we'll make it happen. But let me figure out how I'm going to give it away. All I ask is that you're subscribed to the channel. I mean, I'd appreciate if you could be a member. I had a guy come up to me today, Christian. He's like, hey, Slee, love the show. I'm a member. I'm like, Christian, come here, man. Give me a hug. Let's go. Give me a hug, bro. Give me a hug, Christian. We'll find a way to give it away. So we'll find a way. We won't give it away tonight, but we'll give it away. It actually makes me think here. I should be giving away a lot more Laker type of gear on this channel as well. So we'll think about some ways to give it away. I'm not going to give it away this way, because then I'm just selling it. I'm not trying to sell it. I don't want to sell it to anybody. I just want to give it away. Just want to say thank you to those that have been a part of the show. I could be one of those bidders. At 30, they're $40. 40, 45, 45, 50, 50, 65, 60, 75. Not bad. That's not bad. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here at everybody's comments. Let's see what we got here. Why does this team look so good? Okay. I'm not going to give the name of the person that I was sitting next to, but one of the guys I sit next to is a scout for another team, and I've known him over the years, and I was actually asking him the same thing. I'm like, why are they so good? And we were having the conversation, and it was more about, okay, they've looked great. They've beat a lot of teams over 500. They were able to do this without LeBron, without Luka, without Anthony Davis, without Max Christie. Go down the list of all the different players that the Lakers have been missing in order to do what they've been able to do and put themselves in a position where they're 13 games over 500 and playing as well as they are. And he said the one thing he's waiting to see is how they play against real bigs. Because at the end of the day, it is going to kind of come down to, is the lack of size, how much is the lack of size going to hurt them? Hasn't hurt them yet. They're playing small ball. Everybody's contributing. Literally everybody is contributing. But how far can that take you? If you're in a 7-game set against, think of, I'm just making up Minnesota, who's got size. Denver's got size. Dallas has got size. OKC with Hartenstein and Chet, obviously that's going to be some pretty good size there as well. How will you play against teams that have legitimate size? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. But what I can tell you right now is these boys are playing hard. They're playing tough. They're incredibly impressive. The balance of the team, how many different guys that you got contributing on a night in, night out basis, that part is very, very impressive. Okay, I do want to actually get into real quick because I haven't got a chance to do it yet as we go here, and then I'm going to have to keep an eye out here on Luka. As soon as Luka talks, we're going to have to go to it. Let me point out the actual box score of the Lakers tonight, okay? Guys, they had 7 guys in double figures, okay? Let's start off with Luka. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Didn't shoot well. 1 of 7 from the 3-point line, 5 of 14 from the field. That's not Luka. Don't worry about that. Not a big deal. Luka, give this man, got one more game against the Utah Jazz. Let him kind of ease his way back in. And then when the Lakers come back from the All-Star break, it's going to get a little real. I was looking at the schedule a little bit earlier, and they got some tough competition right after the All-Star break, but that's okay. I think that's what you want to see. I think part of you wants to see, what this team will be able to do against a lot of those good squads now with Luka in the lineup, obviously with everybody else. But Luka, as far as his actual stat line, not good. Not a good stat line tonight. Luka's going to be so much better. But Luka just needed to get minutes. He hasn't played in a while. It's his first time playing a Laker jersey. He's on a little bit of a minutes restriction right now, played 24 minutes for the Lakers. Let me go down the list, everybody else. Bron, 24 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, almost had a quadruple-double. 7 turnovers as well for Bron. All right, got to figure that out. Keep going. Austin Reaves, the man that dropped, what did Austin Reaves drop? 45 in that last game. In tonight's game, Austin Reaves, 22 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds, 6 of 10 from the field, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. This is much more of the Austin Reaves type of game I think you're going to get now with Luka on the floor. Look how efficient. Only took 10 shots. Only took 5 threes. Got to the free throw line still. Had 9 rebounds. That's a beautiful line from Austin Reaves. By the way, plus 27 in the plus minus. What more can you ask for from him? Just phenomenal from Austin Reaves. Okay, let's go through some of the other players here. Rui Hachimura. I saw a comment here and I highlighted it. I'm going to find it here real quick. Slee. Dare I say Rui is becoming an asset? Rui's been great these last 2.5, 3 weeks. I think I pointed it out after the last game. Since the win against the Washington Wizards, Lakers blew out the Wizards, Rui has been fantastic. I got nothing to complain about with Rui. He looks comfortable. He looks aggressive out there. 9 of 14 from the field. Love the 6 rebounds and the 2 steals. 21 points, hit 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Let me keep going. Jackson Hayes is going to feast on this team with Luka and LeBron. 6 of 6 from the field, 12 points, 3 steals, a block shot. Phenomenal from Jackson Hayes. Keep going in the starting lineup. Or no, that's the whole starting lineup right there. Every player in the starting lineup for the Lakers scored in double figures. Then you had Gabe Vincent with 11 points. You had Dorian Finney-Smith give you 4 points and 4 rebounds. Vando only played 16 minutes, something to keep in mind. Jordan Goodwin, there's on purpose. I haven't mentioned him because I actually want to talk more about him. I don't want to hurry through on Jordan Goodwin. But 7 guys in double figures. And listen, if we got to be honest with each other, that balance that's how the Lakers are going to beat teams. I mean, yes, you need Luka to be Luka. Yes, you need LeBron to be LeBron. But you got a number of guys contributing right now. And, certainly that's the way to beat a team. You got a lot of guys to play extra minutes. You didn't have to play LeBron a ton of minutes. You didn't have to play all these guys a ton of minutes. You kind of put yourself in a position where, obviously from that perspective, from that standpoint, it was really, really nice to see that the Lakers didn't have to use all these guys the way they typically would in a closer game or something along those lines. Jordan, what the hell's going on with Jordan Goodwin? Somebody want to tell me more about this guy? 21 minutes, 8 of 11 from the field, 8 rebounds, 17 points. Just tremendous. Energy guy, effort guy. He was fantastic. Everything he did was fantastic. Just so incredibly impressive to see that man. And I know a lot of the comments were all over it as well. And I'll get some of those comments, but I'm keeping an eye here on Spectrum because as soon as he talks, then we'll get into him. As soon as Luka talks, we'll get into that. All right, let's see here. Goodwin, fresh breath of air. Goodwin is a hustler. Yeah, a lot of people getting to know Jordan Goodwin a little bit and are loving what he's brought to the table so far. All right, let's take a look here. Keep going here. Okay. I think they're going to go to Luka here in a second, so I want to be ready for that. Let's see what they got here. They're definitely going to someone. Yep, they got Luka. All right, let's take a listen. Luka Doncic talking for the first time after a Los Angeles Lakers game in the postgame.
Over. How did it feel when you actually got on the court and just got to start playing basketball and you and LeBron are throwing alley-oops? How did you process the whole thing emotionally?
Being special, the way they received me, everybody, it was amazing to see. I was a little nervous before. I remember when was the last time I was nervous before the game. So, but once I stepped on the court, it was fun, and just being out there again felt amazing.
The camera and the microphone picked up LeBron telling you in the pregame huddle to be you. Don't try to fit in, fit out. What did that message mean to you, and what does it look like for you to fit out with this team?
I mean, it's like I said before, it's special. For him to say something like that just feels amazing, give me confidence. And, after that speech, it was chills. So I was just happy to be part of it.
Luka, a little bit of a two-part question. What's it been like being here since Monday and not playing? And watching this team win, and I guess along with Dave asked, seeing their style, seeing how they've been playing, how easy was it for you to join them?
Yeah, I mean, the first game I saw at Clippers, I just felt that they're very, very connected on both ends of the floor. So since I came here, I just wanted to play with them. So every game I saw, they played amazing, very connected, and for me, it was just I want to be there with them.
Luka, what was it like playing with LeBron and you hit him late in the first half with that outlet pass for the layup and just kind of the two-man chemistry with you two?
I mean, it's special. I mean, he sees the game in a different way than a lot of people, and his IQ is insane. And it's just, have two guys like that on court, I think it's going to help the whole team out.
Luka, there was to your left. Right, there you go. There were a couple times, no-look passes you were making. Sometimes it didn't seem like the guys were expecting them. JJ said some of them maybe a little off target, joking with you. But have you already had conversations with guys about that just to be ready for any and all passes at any time because you're going to be looking for them?
Yeah, I saw some conversation. Honestly, like JJ said, we shooting, and they weren't on target yet. I've been long a lot of the time, most of my career. So, like I said before, I was just really happy to be out there again.
Hey, Luka, I can guess, considering there's expectations for you to become the Lakers' next biggest superstar for the next 10 years, but why were you nervous tonight?
I mean, I didn't play in a long time, first of all. It's a new team, new everything, but like the way they helped me, teammates, Rob, Jayne, it just a lot of support for me. You can see when I come into the arena, I saw all the Luka jerseys. It was just a surreal feeling.
Hey, Luka. Being introduced last, when did you know that was going to happen? What was your reaction to it? And what did you think about the fact that
I didn't see that coming either.
Sort of gave you that honor?
Yeah, he texted me in the morning. He said, whatever you want. And I said, for him to text me that, it's just amazing. So it shows what kind of person he is. And, he let me have my moment. So I really appreciate it.
So he said, it's your choice? Or, I mean, when you say whatever you want,
he said it, whatever you want. He texted me whatever you want.
And so what did you text back?
Yeah, I mean, today, if he can let me be this one, but from now on, he'll be the last.
Okay.
Hi, Luka. What did it mean for you, for Dirk to be here for your first Laker game? And what has he meant overall to you during your career?
A lot, man. Just for him
Keep
to show
going
up,
on this for a
great
little bit.
fan, always looked up to him, a great mentor. So for him to show up, fly all the way from Dallas was amazing, and I really, really appreciate it.
And Luka, over here. When you think about everything that tonight encapsulated as an experience, what was your favorite part?
Probably being introduced. Just the amount of cheering there was in the arena was absolutely unbelievable. So I would say that was my favorite part, and to play again.
Luka, ¿cómo sentiste la recepción que te dio el público?
Muy bueno, como he dicho, fue una de las mejores partes de mi noche. Ha sido muchos gritos.
Somebody
Así
translate.
que la verdad que eso fue uno de los mejores momentos de esta noche para mí.
Hey, Luka. You had your dad and
All right,
Dirk
final
here
one.
tonight, and everyone in the arena wearing your jersey. What was the support you felt in your first game?
Big support. Like I said, when I was introduced, everybody was cheering. Appreciate the Lakers putting all my jerseys out. It was unbelievable to do that, and I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll stop it right there. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got our first chance to hear, obviously Luka, and get our first chance to hear him, and just kind of give his thoughts. Right now it is going to be the first of everything is done. The only first thing really left for him is to play the first time again, or a first time on the road. And then that's going to happen on Wednesday in Utah. And then you're going to get some first of all right, first time he plays Dallas. First time he plays on the road against Denver in a Laker jersey. Okay, those are going to happen, but it's going to kind of only get all of it's only going to get a little bit more familiar to him, and I think it's going to be less intimidating. Or like he said, he was a little bit nervous coming into tonight's game, so all that's going to obviously go away. It's going to be fun to kind of see this, and today really is a new chapter. I mean, the best way that I can describe it, and I'm trying to do the best that I can, but the vibe in here tonight, everybody knew this was kind of the start of a new chapter. I thought that was interesting. First off, I thought it was very interesting that he was the last player named. And when LeBron said, whatever you want to do, and he's like, all right, let me get it tonight, at least what he was explaining to us, let me get it tonight, and then you could be the last one moving forward. That wasn't hey, this is yours. You do it however you want to do. This wasn't a Laker decision of Laker players saying, hey, you know what, or the Lakers front office saying, hey, it's going to be Luka's. So obviously LeBron's still driving things, and he gets at least an opportunity to be the last one named here before they got going. All right, let's start taking a look at some of these comments here. Definitely want to get your guys' thoughts on the game and everything else, and just the position that the Lakers are in. Scotland, I was shocked that Shake Milton MVP chance didn't erupt tonight. I will say this: when the Lakers traded for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, I had some people tell me, like, hey, watch out for Shake Milton. The guy's actually a pretty good player. He's going to get some run. Nobody's really talking about him, but I think eventually they will. In my time watching Shake Milton, I don't think Shake Milton's going to get real minutes. I don't. I think, especially right now, Lakers are so guard heavy. They got a lot of guards. I would be surprised if he's playing in meaningful games. Once everybody's back healthy, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Shake Milton has really done, anything to me to say, okay, that guy really deserves a lot of minutes. We'll see what happens. I hope he gets some opportunities, but nothing has been overly impressive from my perspective. All right, Francis, nice win. Is this Redick style of play? Let me tell you what Redick style of play is. Francis, number one, thank you for the super. And also, thank you for being a member. If you want to be a member of the Sliwa Show, Hoops Talk, very simple of how to do it. $3 a month. I will get you guys eventually exclusive content. But if you just want to support the channel, and that's something that you think is, obviously it's worth the support, I would greatly appreciate it. So you can be a member. Francis, thank you very much for doing it. So let me tell you what his style of basketball is. His style of basketball is very simple. Whatever it takes to win. whatever players that I have that are available, whatever scheme I got to put together to go get tonight's W. But think of what the Lakers were before the season started with Anthony Davis, and think about how quickly they changed up their style to accommodate the lineup that they have now. It's completely different. Now they are, obviously spending a lot more time now going with that small ball lineup. And I still think at the end of the day, defense still has to be a foundation of any successful team. Well, here's the good news. The good news is they have Dorian Finney-Smith. They have Jared Vanderbilt. They have some players out there that they can rely on, Gabe Vincent, that can play some D. But the question's just going to be, do the Lakers have enough size, right? Like that's going to be the question for the Lakers right now moving forward. How successful can you be with the lack of size that they have? Francis, I appreciate the super. Let's get another one in here. Lakers' first 6-game win streak since the finals, 5+ play-in games of the 2021 season. If Lakers win Wednesday, first 7-game streak since February 2020. They're as hot as any team in the NBA. Let me look at the NBA real quick. I want to see what teams. Oklahoma's won 8 of their last 10, 6 in a row. Memphis has won 8 of their last 10. Lakers won 9 of their last 10. Minnesota had won 8 of their last 10. They just took an L. I don't know who they lost to. Eastern Conference. Yeah, basically, no team in the NBA has won 9 of their last 10. Lakers are the only team that's won 9 of 10. There's some teams out there that have won 8 and 10. OKC has won 6 in a row. There's some other teams playing good ball. No team has won 9 of 10 right now. And, the position that you're talking about, if it's been that long, and I don't know because I haven't looked, but if it has been that long since they've done that, since 2020, that's damn impressive. Damn impressive. All right, let's get some more comments in here. Marcelo, thank you for being a new member, brother. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. Saw the Luka donation. Very cool. He donated $500,000 to go towards part of the recovery. Obviously, the fires out here in Los Angeles. And I know some of that is going to specifically go to some parks, building courts, things along those lines, fields. So pretty damn cool from him to do it. And obviously, it's going to go to great use. So, yeah, Luka's definitely finding his way into L.A. and amongst Laker fans pretty quickly here. Damn, 8 a.m. with Sliwa and 10 with Sliwa. Sliwa, that's a lot of Sliwa. No, I'm with you. And I think I went at over an hour and a half in the morning, and God knows, what's going to happen tonight. I get it, guys. I get it. Just some people out there say, hey, Sliwa, why don't you relax here, buddy? Let's slow our roll down a little bit. Marcelo, thank you for the super, brother. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for the super. Let's get this in. So what's going on with this whole Mark Williams situation? Is there any chance the league forces a trade through granted with concessions? Okay. So there was a story out there that came out, I think it was during the game. By the way, I'm only going to cut this off as if LeBron talks because I do want to get LeBron's thoughts on the game as well. Story came out on ESPN. I saw Shams report it and, started reading it. I was going to save most of it for tomorrow, but let's kind of, take a look at it here real quick. Sources. Hornets aim to dispute Mark Williams' failed Lakers physical. Okay, so the Hornets are not happy that trade didn't go down. Hornets are clearly not happy for whatever reasons. Maybe I'm not going to make any assumptions here. I'm going to assume that the Charlotte Hornets had good intentions of wanting to trade Mark Williams and then get some good draft capital, plus get Dalton Knecht, a young player that they don't have to pay for a few years. I'm just going to pretend that was the goal and it didn't work out. But here's the part I don't understand with what they're complaining about. I'll read you guys a little bit of the story. The Charlotte Hornets have been in contact with the NBA as they explore options to dispute the Los Angeles Lakers' failed physical assessment of center Mark Williams. The Hornets are considering their next steps and weighing avenues to challenge the Lakers' evaluation process or seek alternative resolutions with the league office, sources said. Here's my question, and here's where I get confused. All these trades usually are pending a physical. Some of them don't. They're not pending a physical because Like, I don't think the Utah Jazz in the trade where they got Jalen Hood-Schifino were too concerned about it pending his physical because they were going to release him anyways. They were going to waive him. So maybe teams that are getting players back that they're not going to use, maybe they don't care about the physical. But in this case, Mark Williams has missed 60% of his games so far in the NBA. Of course, the Lakers are going to have a thorough physical and make sure that the player that they're getting for a 2031 pick, a 2030 swap, a number 17 pick in Dalton Knecht that's got some promise as well, of course they're going to do their due diligence to make sure that this man is healthy and he's good to go. It's a steep price to pay. They're probably going to pay Mark Williams as well down the road. So they just want to make sure their investment is sound before that finally goes through. I don't really know what they're going to challenge. If the Lakers don't feel comfortable with that physical, what are you challenging? So that's the best way that I can explain it. I obviously don't know how it's all going to pan out, how it's going to work out, but that's my understanding of what they're trying to do. And I'm not sure, what it's going to mean for them and how it's going to work out. And by the way, they also, I think it was originally reported that the Lakers reached out to the Hornets for the trade, but then it was found out that it was the Hornets reaching out to the Lakers. Hornets aren't really looking very good in this whole situation. Personal opinion. Not looking very good so far. Okay, let's take a look at some more of these comments here. Let's get some of these live ones that are coming in here. Connect wants to fight everyone. I feel bad for Dalton. He was sitting there on the bench today. I saw him warming up. Took a little bit of video and I put it out. But yeah, I feel bad. He's in a tough spot. Just a tough situation. Tough situation overall. I've mentioned it when I've talked about the videos. I've mentioned that it's a tough situation for everybody, and especially for him. Definitely for him, a tough situation. And he's going to have to now just do the best he can. Not to pretend like it didn't happen, but to just try to be a professional and hope that, when the dust settles, it's that when the dust settles, that he can kind of just get back to doing his job, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what to tell you guys, but that's the best thing that he can do. All right, I got to give a shout out here. One of our great partners as part of this channel, and certainly a part of what I'm doing here and what I'm trying to build. I want to give a shout out to the Wallace firm here real quick. The Wallace firm, personal friend of mine, Brad Wallace of the Wallace firm. I've known him for about 5 years. Him and I used to do some work together when I was with 710 ESPN. I used to represent their company, and then here he is now following me on YouTube and wants to support me, wants to support the channel. Has given me a lot of great business advice since I kind of took the leap and said, all right, I'm going on my own. He could potentially help you. I hope you never need him, but if you do, if you or someone was in a serious injury, you should reach out to Brad Wallace and the Wallace firm. If I can help make a personal introduction, I'm happy to do it as well. Let him walk you or your family through your legal options. I'm sure it's very intimidating. It's a daunting process. Let an expert help you. He can help anybody in the state of California, so something to keep in mind there. Get a free consultation. Again, if you're in a situation where it is a serious injury or a wrongful death case, something along those lines, let him see if he can help you. I'll make the intro. We do also have a URL here that if you guys wanted a free consultation that you can go to. It's wallacewins.com/Sliwa, wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Get a free consultation, or like I've said, I've told people this before. Anyone can email me at any time, whether it's about the show or situations like this. I'm happy to try to help. Shout out to the Wallace firm. Very, very important to have partners a part of the show. It really helps me grow the channel, and hopefully we can help anybody out there as well if they're ever in need of that help. Okay, let's keep the show going here, kind of keep things rolling. I want to, a couple things as well to kind of point out here as we continue to talk about the Lakers and another impressive win, 132-113. The hope is here that the Lakers can get one more W before they get to the All-Star break. If they can, guys, we're talking 14 games over 500 if they get one more win. Damn, who the hell would have thought that? Remember how Lakers always kind of hover around 500, 2, 3, maybe 4 games over 500. Here they are now, just a completely different. You're thinking about the Lakers completely differently. Okay, we got a couple people up at the podium right now. We'll see if LeBron goes. I don't know if he will, but they do have Austin Reaves up there. And who is that with him? Is that Jackson Hayes? Let's take a.
I just think it could be a thing of beauty. The way we can manipulate the game on the offensive end and get what we want every single possession. Luka's one of the best passers in the world. And that's what I just showed, or I'm sure he already knew, but him, 6 for 6, I think they were almost all lobs, if not all lobs. Then we could have had a couple more. Bron threw one out of bounds. But yeah, I think it's just the high level IQ going along with, pieces that really fit, that can shoot the ball, pass the ball, and really play the game the right way.
Austin, just as like a basketball aficionado, was there a part of
what?
Helping your vocab tonight. Aficionado.
What's that?
A fan.
Big fan.
Someone who appreciates the game of basketball,
I didn't
right?
know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is something, seeing Luka's game up close and personal, that you appreciate even more.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know what word you just said. Yeah, he made a pass to Rui in the corner. It wasn't a great pass. I think he threw it a little low. It bounced. Rui ended up making the 3 in the left corner. It was in the first half, but the vision that he had to throw the pass. He is someone that can make every pass, is willing to throw every pass, and I think that's what makes somebody a great passer. They kind of have that, I don't want to say don't care mentality, but you kind of have to be a little crazy in your mind to throw, some of the passes that he throws. And like I said, I'm a big fan of the way he plays, manipulates the game in many ways, gets teammates open shots. But it's nothing new to, I think, anybody on our team in the world. Everybody knows how good of a player he is if you've really paid attention to what he's done, what he did in Dallas. And like I said on the court, I'm just really excited that he is a Laker now.
All right, many Laker fans obviously excited to see Luka as a Los Angeles Laker as well. First time tonight. This is interesting. I'm looking at some of the comments here. All right, I don't know what led to this, but I see all these comments. 3 games remaining versus the Denver Nuggets. I'm circling Denver on my calendar. A couple of these comments all specifically about Denver. So I was mentioning to you guys, I want to walk this through because I think it's actually kind of fascinating. A couple comments here on Mark Williams as well. I'm going to get to in just a second, but have you guys seen the Lakers schedule right after the All-Star break? Let me pull it up here real quick because I want to talk about some fun games, some challenging games coming up for the Lakers. It's coming. They're gonna have some really, really interesting games that are coming up right after the All-Star break. So let me do this here real quick. Let me actually just do it. I'll just screen share with you guys so we could all kind of look at it together. So this is your chance to go 14 games over 500. It's going to be right here when you got the Utah Jazz coming up Wednesday. One more game left. You got a chance to go 14 games over 500. Okay, you get Charlotte and Portland. So, 15, you'd be 16 games over 500. Denver, Dallas, they're hitting a ton of injuries. Minnesota, Clippers, okay, New Orleans. New York, Boston, okay, Brooklyn. Milwaukee, Denver, Phoenix, San Antonio, Denver, Milwaukee. You got some games coming up. You got some real games. Okay, yes. Utah, Charlotte, Portland, take those out of the mix here for a quick second. New Orleans, take that out of the mix. That's 4 games right there. You might have one more here. Brooklyn, that's 5 games. Other than those 5 games, you got real matchups. So if you want a good idea of what this Lakers team is, start tuning in after those first 2 games that are going to come after the All-Star break, because after that, I mean, that's going to be fun. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I like games like that. Remember when I was like 0 for 14 on the barometer games, and now they keep winning these barometer games? I should be getting thank yous. Like, I think I deserve a lot of credit for having these barometer games. All right, let's see what else we got here. When does Knecht play? Wasn't available tonight. I think he'll be available on Wednesday. JJ Redick talked before the game about he's going to give him a second to kind of, allow him to gather. He's a rookie in the NBA, started off really well for the Lakers, got traded to the Charlotte Hornets, and then was told a couple days later, you're not traded to the Charlotte Hornets. Just come on back. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like nothing happened. It's a tough situation. It's a good one here by Omaris Hall. Hornets don't want Mark Williams back. I feel bad for him, to be honest. Guys, it's the one kind of theme that I tried giving over these last couple of days. I feel bad for Mark Williams. He's the one that loses most in this entire trade conversation, because not only does he have to go back to Charlotte, an organization that clearly doesn't know what they're doing, but on top of that, whether you like it or not, there's going to be a label on him that he's damaged goods. I hope that's not the case. I hope he works his way back into the league, and not works his way back into the league, that he continues to try to shine in the league. But it's impossible not to think that this man is going to be looked at the same way. It's impossible. JT, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Very, very nice of you to do that. So thank you very much. All right, let's get some more in here. Let's see what else we got here. March is going to be wild. It is. Tough games coming up. Sheesh. Barometer game. Blazers on fire. Is that a joke? That's got to be a joke. Blazers. I haven't seen Blazers. Yeah, you're lying out of your ass. I just clicked on Blazers. Jokic scores 40 and the Nuggets beat the Blazers 146-117. Oh, they had won some games. No, never mind. Let me take that back. They had won some games, but they lost 2 in a row. They had beat the Kings, the Pacers, the Suns, the Magic, and the Bucks. 1 loss to the Thunder. They had beat the Hornets, the Magic, and my bad. Damn, they were balling for a quick second there. Okay, but they've lost 2 in a row. So just a heads up there. They've lost 2 in a row. Look at me. Just coming at our at people that are just trying to offer me information. I'm like, my ass, they're on a winning streak. Actually, good information. I didn't know that at all. 12-6 after the All-Star break. I'm calling it. Well, listen, like I said, you handle business against Utah. You take care of Charlotte and Portland. You're all of a sudden 14, 30. Yeah, you're 16 games over 500. Hayes is allergic to rebounds. Such a big dude. How is he not grabbing at least 7-8 rebounds a game? Not a bad idea. You need a barometer grab. Not bad. I like that. I like where you're going with that. I like where you guys are going with this. Need a Slee t-shirt with a barometer. I like this. You see, this is what I need. We're going to have some one-on-ones here pretty soon with just members. I got a threshold I'm trying to hit for members. Once I hit that threshold, then I'm going to just kind of start doing work. Start getting your guys' thoughts, opinions on the channel. Where are we going with the channel? What are we doing with the channel? We're going to include everybody. All right, let's get some more here. Hornets and Blazers are back-to-back. Will they rest LeBron or Luka versus the Blazers? I mean, they're coming off the reason why I hope they don't do that. They're coming off, off of the All-Star break here. So they're already getting about a week off or something along those lines. So hopefully neither of those guys need rest, or if LeBron needs the rest, Luka, hopefully doesn't need it. I know he's coming off his injury as well. Did you guys see Dallas Mavericks, another injury? Who was it today? Was it Gafford? Let me just make sure here that it was Gafford. That team can't catch a break. Honestly, they can't catch a break. Let me see who it was here real quick, but I did see this a little bit earlier today. I saw that. Let me see here. It's kind of bizarre what's happening to the Dallas Mavericks. By the way, they also kicked out a fan that said "Fire Nico." Yeah, that's a really good look, Dallas. No. That's going to go really well. People are not going to just take that shot of that fan saying "Fire Nico" and then being escorted out of the arena, and everybody taking those, taking video on their phones and throwing it up on social. Yeah, that's not going to spread like a wildfire, and you guys aren't going to look more idiotic than you already look. Let me see here on the injury with Dallas. Yeah, fire Nico. They kicked that guy out of the stadium. Here's Dallas. Daniel Gafford won't return Monday's game. Kings due to right knee sprain. See what happens. PJ Washington ankle has been ruled out of Monday's game. Anthony Davis groin injury expected to be sidelined for up to a month. That's Shams. Dwight Powell. I know he was out. Who else was injured? Derek Lively. He'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. I mean, Dallas hitting every possible injury that you could possibly hit. All right, let's get some more here. What else do we have here? Let's see what else we got here. Andre Miller. Poor Dallas. I'm supporting them except against us. I feel bad for their fans. I've said that before. I'll say it again. I mean, I do really actually feel bad for their fans. Mavs organization collapsed overnight. I did my show this morning. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it. I took a clip of where, I mean, they're still demolishing Luka on his way out the door. They've probably said some positive things, but they've said so many negative things indirectly. I'm like, guys, this is not a good look. Max Christie has been hooping. That guy's a baller. Max Christie's a nice player. I mean, I'm sure Pelinka would have loved to keep Max Christie, but you traded for Luka. It's like, I understand why Dallas was like, hey, we would like to have at least Max Christie. All right, let me take a look at some more of these comments here. Here's a comment here on Instagram. Lakers Brian, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you throwing the comment in. How many games do you give it till Luka's in a groove and confident from the three-point line? Once his three shot is dropping, it opens up everything. I think this is what's going to happen. I think give Luka all these games that we're talking about. Give him the Utah game coming up. Give him the Charlotte game. Give him the Portland game. I think once those 3 games are out, plus this game here, once those total 4 games are out, and they all of a sudden start having some real competition where they need W's, I think we're going to start seeing Luka. I think we'll start seeing him. I think you're going to start seeing Luka and start seeing another level of Luka when you start playing more and more meaningful games where they need Luka to deliver. And I think once you start seeing that, all right, Luka, they need you to get a W here, I think you'll start seeing, and that gives him enough time too. That's 4 games under his belt. That's time for the All-Star break. That's time for them to practice and do whatever they do to kind of have an idea of what their strengths are. I think that's how it's gonna. I think that's how it's gonna shake. All right, let's get some more here. Let's get some more here. Los Angeles Lakers. PNG, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Let's get another one in here. Mavs got the full AD experience in his first game. Hey, I want nothing but success for AD. I really do. I think Anthony Davis, I think most Laker fans would feel the same way. But I know what you're talking about. When you say they got the full experience, I completely get it. I understand. I know what you're talking about. He had in the first half, I think 25, 13, and 5 or something like that. And then, leaves with an injury and now could be out for about up to a month. All right. Here's what Spectrum's shown here. I'm trying to see if they'll eventually show LeBron, if they'll get LeBron or not. Here's what Spectrum's showing. Record 6-0 in the last 6 games for the Lakers. Put up 126 points, 54% from the field. 3-point field goals made 15 per game, and they're shooting 42% from the 3-point line. Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. Next game for the Lakers, by the way, Lakers-Jazz, Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Got the great Jim Hill down there doing his thing. Waving at each other. Jim Hill's a good man. Very, very good man. Tell you guys a quick Jim Hill story. You guys want a quick Jim Hill story? Let me give you guys a quick Jim Hill story. Well, I got two actually pretty good Jim Hill stories. All right, let me give the one real quick, okay? You know what? We can play this for story time with Sliwa. People are sometimes, hey, Slee, can you tell us a story? I'm like, well, if I don't have a story, I can't tell you a story. I got a quick story, okay? Jim's about to do a TV shot down there. Okay, quick story with Jim Hill. So one time, I'm at the Lakers practice facility, and I'm just getting there. And I see Jim Hill kind of walking towards me. And typically, if I see Jim Hill, we'll chat for a few minutes. Big fan of Jim. And anyways, we'll talk to Jim Hill. So I'm sitting there, and I might have to make the story quick. They're cleaning up behind me. So I see Jim, and Jim's walking towards me. And there's this SUV in between where me and Jim are. So Jim is kind of like going around the SUV. And then you hear somebody yell out of the SUV, Jim, Jim. Almost like somebody that's like just straight up a fan of Jim Hill. And I'm like, I don't even know who's in the SUV. You know who's in the SUV? Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is yelling to Jim Hill, trying to get Jim Hill's attention. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's incredible. All right, there's a lot going on behind me. The crew is here. The crew is here. They're working. They're cleaning. They're doing their thing. All right, let's see if we're getting any more here. Mavs got the full AD experience. Andre Miller. Lakers equals Luka, Austin, LeBron. We have something here. I got a whole team. We got I got 18 people a part of the show today. 18 people. Everybody behind me is part of the show. They're all members. Everybody's a member. All right, you want one more Jim Hill story here real quick? Slee, do you get All-Star break off too? Anthony, no. Brother, by the way, thank you for the super. It's very nice. I really, really appreciate that. We don't take All-Star break off. See, here's what happens here at All-Star break. All-Star break, I still go Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. I technically get a break because I'm not doing the lives anymore. This is just phenomenal. Look at everybody behind me. This is just great. I just want to start interviewing some of these people. Phenomenal. Hardest working people in the business. Look at them. They're ready to go. They're ready to clean crypto.com. All right, one more. I got one more. I don't know if we're getting LeBron. I don't think that's going to happen. Not me personally, but if we're going to air it. Okay, real quick. It's phenomenal. All this stuff behind me. I'm going to give you guys one more story about Jim Hill. One time, I go to a nice restaurant. Went to a nice steakhouse. Okay, and I'll tell you which thing. It was a Mastro's. Went to a Mastro's. Okay. And by the way, guys, just don't pay attention to what's going on in the background. Focus right here. Need you guys to focus right here. Okay. So I go to a nice restaurant. Go to Mastro's. And me and my girl, right, go to Mastro's, go into the restaurant. There's a table, like a better table in front. And I asked one of the waiters or waitresses, whatever. I'm like, hey, they were getting ready to see us. I'm like, hey, is it possible you sit that one? It had like more of an ocean view. I'm like, possible we sit at that one? Sorry, guys, that's for 4 or more people. It was like basically what they're trying to tell me is table of 2 is back there. This table specifically, nah, we can't do that. You got to have more than 2 people if you're going to sit there. And I'm like, hey, no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like 15, 20 minutes later, okay, who do I see walking in? Jim Hill. They take him right to that table. Waterfront. Beautiful ocean view like no tomorrow. I tell Jim Hill that story all the time. I'm like, Jim, I asked for the same table. They're like, Sleep, why don't you go back there? Jim Hill comes, get the red carpet out for Jim Hill. Those are my 2 Jim Hill stories. All right, damn, we went completely away. Jim waved at me, so I felt like I had to tell some Jim Hill stories. Oh, Jim Hill just got the special, preferential treatment. All right, I'm going to read a couple more of these here. I'm going to an hour. Even though everything's going on behind me, we're going to go to 1 hour, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. All right, let's keep going here. Jim is a legend, the man. Guys, Dave Chappelle was trying to get Jim Hill's attention just to say hi to him. Just to say hi to him. He's the best. All right, let's see what else we got here. Guys, I'm finishing it up here. In and out order, just real quick. Double. I want raw onions and just fries. I don't really need the milkshake. We're getting to an hour. As God is my witness, we're getting to an hour. Then we're done here. Okay, we're about wrapping up here. A lot of noise going on behind me. 132, 113. Lakers over the Utah Jazz. I'm back on tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So we'll continue to do this. We'll talk some more Lakers basketball. We'll get into the buyout market. What is it, Alex Lynn that could be available? Is not going to the Pacers, may come to the Lakers. We'll get into all that. We just hit an hour. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Nothing but love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Kicking me out of here. We'll see you guys.